If you've ever tried dropshipping or are about to start, this video can save you months of wasted time and money by showing you how to choose the right product from day one. Most beginners know the theory and still choose the wrong product, waste money on ads and quit. By now you should understand that the product first approach matters the most, why evergreen problem solving products are way safer, why pain points are the ultimate driving force behind sales, and what makes a product theoretically good. But knowing the theory is simply not enough. There are three really important factors that will determine whether you think as a real dropshipper or if you are like the other 90% of people that suck. These three factors are: can this product be profitable? Does it have real demand? And is it beginner friendly or hard to truly understand? These are the three signals that give us the green flag to go ahead. The number one factor: can this product be profitable? If a product doesn't leave money in your pocket after all costs, it's simply not a business. It's a hobby. Sales doesn't equal success, but profit does. So first of all, we have to understand, what is profit? Profit is the money you keep after everything is paid. And the formula we use is net profit equals revenue minus total costs. Total costs in dropshipping can include the product costs, your shipping and fulfillment, ads, potential refunds, and platform fees. This is so important and so many people don't understand this. Revenue is the total sales collected from customers, and the formula we use here is revenue equals the price per order times the number of orders you have. It does not mean profit. And for example, you sell a product for 79 euros. You have 10 orders, meaning your revenue is 79 times 10, which equals 790 euros. That 790 euros is revenue, but you still haven't paid your supplier. You haven't paid for your ads, and you haven't paid your Shopify or payment provider fees. And this is why most beginners get confused. Many beginners say, I made 5,000 euros, but they actually made 5,000 euros in revenue and not in profit. Your business is judged by margin, so let's look at a realistic example. You're selling this product for 35 euros, but your product costs and shipping fees are 12 euros. At first glance, it looks like 35 euros minus 12 euros, which is 23 euros. But this is still not your real profit. Now, the biggest cost that beginners fail to understand is advertising costs. It's common sense that you need to spend money in order to make a sale. So let's assume it costs 10 euros to make one single sale. Now, the real calculation is 35 euros, which is your selling price, minus 12 euros for your product and shipping, and then minus 10 euros for your ad costs, meaning the real profit is 13 euros per sale. What this means in practice: every time you make one sale, you keep 13 euros. So let's assume in a month you make 10 sales, which will leave you with 130 euros profit. But if you make 100 sales, you can make 1,300 euros profit, which is more than a regular person will earn in a 9-to-5 job in a month, simply by selling one product. And here's the big one and the most important one: profit margin. Profit margin is calculated in percentage, and the formula is net profit divided by revenue times 100. This tells you if the business is scalable. So why net profit margin matters way more in dropshipping. If your profit margin is low, one bad week means losses, and a healthy dropshipping benchmark looks like 20 to 30%, which is super scalable and safe when you're running your ads. If you can get above 30%, you're in an excellent league of its own with a genuine winning product. However, on the flip side, you're on thin margins if you're at 10 to 15% with one bad week or some ads going all over the place with bad returns causing you to stress out. And if it's under 10%, then you're at real risk of your business starting to lose and bleed cash. Let's see an example. One shop has 1,926 euros in revenue, and the total costs of your products, your shipping, your ads, and your fees is 1,444.50 euros. So by using the formulas, we've calculated net profit is 481.50, which means the net profit margin on this shop is 25%, which is a healthy dropshipping store. The net profit margin is going to be the deciding factor if we keep the store or kill it. And let's understand better why. In here, I demonstrate two cases, and this is why it's important to not look at the revenue or the euros, but in fact look at the profit margin margin percentage. In case A, you can see that they made a net profit 481 euros, which is 25% profit margin. But in case B, the store made 500 euros, but the profit margin was only 5%. Even though 500 euros looks good, one bad day means major losses. So the money profit tells you what happened, but the profit margin tells you if the business is going to be able to survive. A key rule to consider, the 3x pricing rule. A simple rule to protect your profit is that you should aim to sell your products for at least 3 times the cost you pay your supplier for the goods. So an example of your supplier costs plus shipping being 10 euros, you ideally want to sell your product for 30 euros. And this is profitable and healthy. Now, what is impulse buying and how it directly affects profitability? Impulse buying is when someone buys without thinking for a long time, buys without planning. The decision is made emotionally and very fast. People impulse buy when a problem feels annoying or urgent. The solution looks so simple. The price feels easy to justify spending the money on, and the product ultimately looks very good. Dropshipping works best with impulse products. So what is the best price for impulse buying? An impulse buy price is a price that feels easy for the customer to say yes to. It doesn't require any thinking or comparison and feels low risk to try. The customer decides in seconds and not in minutes. So what's the sweet spot for impulse buying? So if a product is too cheap, it's going to look low quality, or if it's too expensive, then it creates too much hesitation. The sweet spot is in the middle of these. So the best impulse buy price is considered between 20 to 40 euros selling price. This range works because anything below 20 euros will look either too cheap, too low quality, or hard to profit. But if it's above 40 euros, then people start thinking, comparing, and delaying. So we're going to compare 2 price ranges and why some products are hard to sell. So let's apply the 3x price rule to this portable clothing dryer. So I buy it for 52 euros from the supplier. And by using this rule to simply stay profitable, we would need to sell this product for around 155 to 160 euros. The product itself is super useful and saves you time. However, it's so difficult to sell at this price. At this price, it's not an impulse buy. Customers might find the product way too expensive. They will search and compare for other products and will most likely end up not buying. And here is a perfect example of the anti-snoring mouthguard. I will get it from the supplier for 1 euro, and using the 3x price rule, I need to sell it for at least 3 euros. However, this product can easily be sold for 15 to 20 euros. And this means I get huge profit margins and is a super great example of a product that is healthy and scalable. Rule number 2, does this product have real demand? Real demand means that people already want it. People are already buying it, and the problem it solves exists right now. You sell what is proven and you don't need to introduce anything new to the marketplace. What people think demand is, but is not what we think people want, what me, my friends find cool and that we think will sell, and is not a product that will get compliments. Demand is proven by behavior of real customers and not our opinions. That's why we use some product research tools to verify demand before we build a store. And I'll show you exactly how to do it in a future video. So a key signal of real demand is that it's not easy to find locally. If they can't find it locally and people don't know it exists, then they're more likely to buy it online or buy on impulse when they see it through an advert. So why local availability matters so much. If a product is everywhere in your local shop, if it's sold by big brands, and if it's easy to compare to other products, then our online store is going to completely lose the advantage when selling this product. Real demand actually comes from problems and not the product. People search for a solution to their problems and relief from pain or inconvenience in their lives. When demand already exists, our ads have to amplify the pain or inconvenience. They don't create it. Once demand is confirmed, the final question we ask is this product beginner friendly? Beginners often choose bad products in dropshipping. They choose oversaturated products with too many online stores selling the exact same product. They use the same images, the same videos, and the same advertising angles. And customers have already seen it a million times. If everyone's selling it, it's almost certainly too late. Super branded products already belong to big, well-known brands brands and are already trusted by customers. For example, the Dyson Airwrap and the GoPro camera, which are big brands, they're household names and super well-known products. It would be super hard to get and break into these markets. Super low margin products, they leave little profit after costs and they break the 3x rule. They don't cover the cost of your adverts. And you see this product sells from the supplier at 134, and this would take, using the 3x rule, 400 euros to sell it. This product is not branded and no one is going to buy it from a dropshipping store for 400 euros. So now as a beginner, we need to ask ourselves, do we sell heavyweight products versus lightweight products? Heavyweight products are often big, heavy, and very expensive to ship. They have problems such as longer delivery times, more refunds and complaints, and are a way bigger headache to deal with. Heavy products are hard mode for beginners, while on the other hand, lightweight products are small, they're easy to ship, they're cheap and faster to deliver, meaning higher profit margins. And when you have less logistics, you have way less stress. The perfect rule: if it's heavy, bulky, or expensive to ship, then you must avoid it. But if it's small, light, and simple, it's beginner friendly and you should definitely consider selling it. Well done for making it to the end. If you have any questions, feel free to put it in the comments or drop me a DM on Instagram and I'll be happy to answer.